Hello folks, and welcome back to Dishonored. Hope you're enjoying this Let's Play so far. Let's make sure I'm actually recording. Will be a good start. Yes, recording Oku. All is well. Now, let us make some progress. I have tried to record this before, but I wasn't happy with my first take yesterday. I tried to continue with my Let's Play. I wasn't happy with my first take, then the second take got interrupted. So here's the third one I'm taking after, calling it quits for a bit. Let's continue the Dowd Field Report. And for a time before Schism developed, he counted to bring more witches among his allies. All the while he owned his craft. It's during this time that we believe he began to consort with the outsider. New reports emerged of a dusky-skinned assassin paid by the elite to eliminate their rivals in Dunwall and other major cities across the Isles. Those who saw him and lived numbered in the handful, but all reported something strange. He appeared like smoke. From a nearby rooftop he gestured, and a noble woman stumbled from her balcony, falling to her doom on the cobblestones below. Most recently, as this new threat of plague has risen in Dunwall, Dowd has been seen leading a gang of men in black leather, dressed as factory whalers in their vapor masks. They seem wild beyond comprehension for one so unworthy, leading me to wonder if some of his magic is dedicated to lulling their minds, enslaving them. Only a month ago, one young girl claimed to have come upon a strange scene. Carrying a bottle of milk home to her crippled brother, she was taking a shortcut through the tailors' district. In a narrow street, she passed beneath a window and heard unusual sounds from within. Pushing aside the ratty curtain, the girl saw into an abandoned apartment, used by miscreants for gambling and trading haberweed. An occult shrine had been erected against the far wall, which she recognized from the teachings given by her local overseer. A man she described as resembling Dowd was kneeling before this shrine, muttering to an unseen spirit as if in argument. He took a carving made of pale bone from the altar before him, and all the lights went out in a gush of unclean wind. Quiet as a field mouse, she slipped away, running until she reached her home. There can be no doubt. Dowd is an agent of the outsider, and must die, for there is no limit to the evil this man might do. This is my solemn oath, and the great purpose of my life. Though Dowd is dead and his corruption has been purged from the world, I will continue to move among the depraved, and winding my way towards him. I will not drop my disguise or don my overseer's mask again until Dowd breeds no more. So there is a little account to Dowd. Again, there's a bit of a question about him counting to bring more witches among his allies, because there was a lot, as you will learn in DLC, that he didn't know about them. So maybe it's a retcon, or there's more details that we just haven't been told. Maybe he knew of them, but he didn't know their leader, or he'd been fed only a certain story about them, basically. There's details that we could be lacking, basically, that make it not a retcon. It's unknown. Let's see. Field Survey Notes, The Royal Spy. Excerpt from the purposeful memoirs of Hiram Burroughs, dated several years earlier. This is the 4th day, month of high cold. Progress continues on the suppression of gang activity in the distillery district, more slowly than expected. Ruffians operating there have been cunning, I'll grant them that, but it's only a matter of time. I'll see their leaders flogged in public and sent beneath the royal executioner's blade. If I have my way, that mute bastard will be working night and day, removing heads I've needed removing. Internally, the Empress does not seem pleased with my investigations. It seems that beyond her thinking, against her very nature as a trusting person, to believe that traitors will move among us. But I know they do. They must. No, Jessamine would rather spend her time with the Royal Protector. At least he's likely to stop any immediate threat to her safety. But a strong arm is not what's needed against those who would undermine us. How will Corvo's sword arm stop a poisoned wine glass or an explosive delivered by courier? It will not. There are many threats around us, threats requiring meticulous efforts to police. Young Lady Emily is undisciplined, I'm afraid. Here within Dunwall Tower, she receives instruction from the finest shooters known in the Isles. Yet her mother spoils her, and spends most of her time lost in imagination, wasting her time drawing, or asking Corvo to teach her to fight with wooden sticks. The girl might rule the empire someday. Every moment spent to play is a moment wasted. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by a Twitter conversation. I'm wondering, did I phrase my response right? And I have no idea. I'm very easily distracted. When I got for a few days, I phrased thing. Then I realized later, I could have phrased that better. But the person had already acknowledged it and everything. So for the next few days, every so often I'll think about it and worry. I'm just very distracted by Twitter conversations, basically. Very easily bothered by them. Social anxiety. It's an utter cunt. Shoring up security for the main gate leading into Dunwall Tower has been another pet project of late. To think that back in his day, Emperor Caldwell left it open to the public during the day, allowing anyone to come and go as they pleased. If it were up to me, I'd seal off access to the streets entirely, but the Empress won't hear of it. The water lock is much easier to protect, and if it were the only way into the tower, traffic in and out will be greatly reduced. Someday the wrong person's going to slip in and will suffer for it. Mark my words. No amount of security is excessive when it comes to protecting the heads of state. The Empress also disapproves of my plans for the Sokolov devices. Sokolov himself has no interest in security, of course, but he's vain and therefore keen to see his inventions employed in any fashion. This wall of light he's been tinkering with his promise. In any case, at least I was able to convince the Empress to upgrade the pistols carried by the officers of the watch. Why do I worry so when no one else seems to care? If I ever fall asleep, will it sink into the ocean? Will the rough things clamber over the walls and fill themselves on our flesh? This is what I see in the same dream several times each month. If only I had more sane things, more authority, I could protect us all. Perhaps I have been working too hard. Dinner and an evening of conversation with a certain lady of refinement might be in order. Perhaps somewhere nice in the estate district. Hiram Burrows, Royal Spymaster. So you can kind of see why, if this is still canon, I'm paranoid that any of them might be in question. But you can kind of see why he is the way he is. Why his motivations for what he's doing now and whatnot. Certainly that doesn't answer all of his motivations and whatnot, but it certainly gives an idea, a greater idea into his character than we currently had. So that is something. Christ, the range is reduced. F. Let's go this way. But yeah, you can kind of see more of his motivations and his reasonings for things. He's clearly, annoyed and a bit resentful there at people being dismissive of threats. So maybe, remember how he was talking before about needing strong leadership. Maybe all that discontentment eventually festered into his current thing, seeing her as a weak leader. Whoops. That certainly seems to be the case. Of course, it's certainly possible it's something else, but it's hard to be sure. Also, let me show you 8. I don't know what they say when they're like this. Let's wait for it to oh, it won't. Whoops. I don't know what... Did they say the hound's eyes? The eyes lie? Fried lice? I don't know. But yeah, you can see the effects of it now. It's very useful. Also, Corvo's a bit like a semi-silent protagonist. He does talk, but it's only at those few points in the game that you've already seen one before at the start with Emily. He's a semi-silent protagonist. He will talk, but it's like a once-in-a-blue moon sort of thing. He talks less than Artyom does, and Artyom only talks during conversation options. Well, sorry, between chapters, reading his journal basically. Ooh. Up. Christ, something's attacking me. I think it's the hagfish.
Somewhere in the basements below, hound kills hound, and money changes hands. Such laughter, and they're singing the old songs, linking arms. But that was from a happier time. Deals are made here, sometimes under the influence of wine, and sometimes the influence is the point of a knife. Before the sun rises, they toss any casualties into the river, men or hound. They all go in.
And the Admiral Havelock probably knew about all this. He's owned the Hound Pits for a couple of years. It's kind of making things more sketchy, trusting him, isn't it? Also, the style of heart is really creepy. Like, it's someone's heart and they've stuffed it full of metal. It's really fucking crude.
They top off the wine with river water, but eventually someone swoons. Then fresh bottles are fetched from the cellars.
Do we recognize her voice? I'm not sure.
Their fate rests on your effort, on the strength of your hands, and of your heart. They stood in a circle around the candles, and cut their hands to form their alliance. The blood hissed as it touched the flames. The conspirators have found a safe home here. They take great care that they are not followed. The ale here is sweetened with honey, to hide the taste of river brine. The sobers speak in whispers, the drunk bellow. Fortunes have been won here, and lives have been lost.
Oh, see, there's only like half a bridge there. Is the rest just not phased in, or has it been destroyed or something?
The old man planted a dark corner and drank himself into oblivion. The hounds were the first to find him. They are burning whales. Somewhere in the basements below.
Okay, it started cycling now.
And money changes hands.
But that is fucking dark. It is not jolly in the slightest. Don't mind me, just got a heart in my hand.
Samuel Beechworth went to sea to forget a
Current's
hopeless
slow
love.
these days.
He succeeded.
The river's silting up.
The boatman has a good heart and respects you. Samuel is a simple
Strange
man,
little Eddie
but he
here.
knows the river Red Haven
Think maybe
and
a
all
riverboat
its
went under?
tributaries, down to the smallest inlet. He has many scars.
Piero
Some
made
from
a
the
sexton
phlegm
when
of
he
the
was,
river crests.
but I told him I'd
Some
lost it.
from the
His
nameless
house never
monsters
good
of the
at
deep
calculation.
ocean.
Christ. They're both talking. Basically, Piero got him a sextant once, but he said he claimed he lost it. He's not very good at using it, and he couldn't admit it.
Such laughter, and they're singing the old songs, linking arms. But that was from a happier time.
I like the design of the blade.
Deals are made here. Sometimes
Too far away.
under the influence of wine, and sometimes the influence is the point of a knife. Before the sun rises, they toss any casualties into the river, men or hound. They all go in.
She really wants me to be like up his arse to hear his secrets.
I wish I could attend services again. The plague has everything shut down, and the overseers might have lost their way a bit if you were to ask me. Care more about witchcraft and the like nowadays than keeping common folk happy.
Yeah. About that.
Samuel was once eager to hear Hadlock's stories
I hate
of the
that
sea.
feeling. When you're
But
bumping up
perhaps the
against a
Admiral
body.
was not what he expected. Samuel Beechworth went to sea to forget a hopeless love. He succeeded.
That's sad.
Roman has a good heart and respects you.
Mouse after dying. Shouldn't have. I find sometimes I have to push the battery back up, then it just suddenly works again and it's perfectly fine. Okay, it seems shift is to run. Okay. Fuck off! Damn it! Corvo. Fine. Fucking hagfish. Let's switch to... Damn it, BC's gone. We'll switch back to Wink. Useful. purple? No idea. But anyway, over here is the room. Up. Up. Thank you. The powers you obtain from runes can be used creatively to defeat enemies or move through the environment, blink from rooftop to rooftop, possess wrestling fish, or slow time before rushing a group of enemies. Let's pop up there. Oh, you can actually use it in water, it seems. Didn't think you could, because his hand positioned itself differently. I can't go up there? Huh. Invisible fucking wall. Fantastic. Bit disappointing, really. You know, game I was actually meaning to play instead of this? I was, Dark Messiah of Might and Magic. I'll probably get to it. I will be getting to it at some stage, but who knows when? Who knows when? Indeed. I might be able to blink up there. Might be able to find something. Of course, and I may find. Well, if there is an up there, it may be only for later on to find. Gonna have to try and be conservative with my powers, purely so that I don't have to pop too many potions, because they do cost money. Too high up. Mouse keeps dying, and I don't know why. Like, it says it's green, so it's like, you know, full power. Well, the battery has a fair bit of power to it, so I have no idea why it would be, you know, bordering on dying. Nothing there for me to steal. Let's go find Havelock.
If you like, but he won't use it. Why? He can't sleep in regular beds anymore, or that's what he says. Says he was in the Navy too long. Can you believe it? Oh, that pile of wood out there? It's a hovel he built from an old rowboat. Where does Admiral Havelock find these people, I wonder?
Yeah, they're talking about Samuel. That's his little thing over there. Actually, let's listen to his secrets.
Each and every night the black-eyed outsider visits upon Piero's dreams.
Really?
He is Piero Joplin. Even now he visualizes the next invention. Starship. I wish you'd see it too. Poor Piero. His elixirs have cured so much for so many, but they cannot cure his brain fevers.
Brain fever. I'm not really sure what that means. It sounds too severe to be like you chronic headaches, you know. So it's a bit beyond me.
The youngest ever to pass through the Academy of Natural Sciences. Sokolov will never forgive him that. He has spied upon Callista as she bathes, more than once.
Uh-huh. And I can't actually knock him out right here, or kill him.
Each and every night the black-eyed outside.
Okay, let's just, on principle, because I have the option.
Visits upon Piero's dreams.
The oil's conspiracy is dissolved. Whoops. Last save. Bit awkward. Sorry, Piero. Mine. So, ooh. Callista. Your secret. Oh no, Lydia.
The other servants don't like her.
Wasn't she no, that was a different one shit talking. That was Callista shit talking. Wonder why.